Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 317. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link. If you'd like to join me on camera, you can shoot the breeze, share information, promote your business. All of that would be super great. And it would also be great if you go ahead and share this out. That way more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So let me put on my specs and move my keyboard out of the way. And I think I'm going to start out with the Word page. That is the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also city, county, and state. Hey, Dave is here. Happy Tuesday and happy St. Patrick's Day. Dave, fist bump as we always do. Hope you're doing well over there in Texas. Scopy's here on time. Well, I'm the one who's late. Look how late I am. Well, anyway, technical difficulties. It'll do it every time. But welcome, Scopy. Hope you're doing well indeed. For sure. I hope you're going to have another online virtual tour of art. A virtual art tour. That would be awesome if you would do that again. And Scopy in the house. Okay, Dave. Thumbs up. Love that. And he is in the house indeed. Okay. So, I'm on the Word page. There's lots of great programs and services, including classes that you can take from the American Red Cross online, in person. There are some classes that are a combination of the two. And Scopy saying, excellent indeed. So these classes are really great. You can learn how to literally save lives. I saw someone saving someone's life on North Alston Avenue not too long ago. That was pretty wild to see someone doing what do you call that way? Anyway, you could also learn how to do that where you're pushing down on and getting the heart jump started. And also you can learn how to use a defibrillator in some classes. And I hope so too. I had to work that day. All right. Okay. So these classes are really great. And then they also have some online only classes, including child and baby first aid, CPR AED. Believe it or not, cat and dog first aid. Our little pets sometimes need help too. Babysitting basics, great for teenagers. Bloodborne pathogens training for tattoo artists. That sounds really specific, but okay. And there's lots of really, really, really good classes. So check them out by going to durhamskywriter.com. Then you can go to the Word page and scroll down to where it says American Red Cross. Now, the city has some vacancies, and you might want to check them out, because if you have special knowledge or interest in any of these areas, the city would love if you would participate. So there are openings on the Durham City County Environmental Affairs Board, on the Durham Cultural Advisory Board, on the Durham Open Space and Trails Commission, and also on the Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee. That's deciding where the money gets spent. So if you're interested in all of that or any of those, go ahead, click on that link, see what is expected of you, get more information, and then let the city know by end of day tomorrow that you're interested in filling one of those vacancies. All right. Let's see. Let's check. Well, you only have one more week. Let me just mention this. I've been mentioning it just about every day. You're probably sick of hearing about it. I'm just going to very quickly just mention the Low Income Energy Assistance Program, because even if you're tired of hearing about it, if one person signs up today who didn't know about it before, that's wonderful for them. So the LEAP program is wonderful because it's a federal program. administered locally by DSS. So the Department of Social Services, they will make a one-time payment of $300, $400, or $500 to catch you up with your heating bill so that when you need heat, you can get the heat that you need from Duke Energy or wherever. So check it out. You can only sign up through Tuesday, March 31st. But like I've been saying, they're spending the money as the applications are accepted. So get your application in now because you don't want them to run out of money just when you get your application in. So definitely do that. Learn more by going to the Word page and then scroll down to Durham County Department of Social Services. All right. Let's see if Durham Tech has anything going. Oh, the Durham County Libraries, they're open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6. And then the libraries reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10 tomorrow. Let's check with Durham Tech. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you can take any of these one-off classes, which are online. They're free. They're great. They're live, which means you can ask questions. So let's see. Today's Tuesday. Oh, this is a good one. And Barb, who's going to be on the show later, she was just teaching us about ChatGPT. Unfortunately, I tuned in right at the very end, so I'll have to watch the replay. So she might be interested in this one. And this is today from 2 until 3:30, Artificial Intelligence Series Part 1, Intro to AI, and its relevance to small businesses. So Barb has always said you've got to write those good prompts in order to get good results. So you might want to follow her. When she comes on, just note her name so that you can follow her because she is she was in total teaching mode today, talking about ChatGPT and writing good prompts. So you might want to check that out if you want to learn about AI and how to really make it work for you. But also, you can take this class, this one-off class, which is going to be today from 2 until 3:30. Okay, here's another one from 6 until 7. Video marketing cells, an intro to video marketing. Now that sounds like something that's right down my alley. I might have to go to that one. Oh, I'm going to an event tonight. I can't go to that one. Oh, shoot. Anyway, I hope they offer it again. Here's another one. From 7 until 8, Pedal to the Metal, How to Start a Mobile Food Business. That sounds like lots of fun, too. So learn all about that tonight. And like I said, you go to DurhamSkywriter.com, go to the Word page, and then scroll down to Durham Technical Community College's Small Business Center. All right. Now, these classes that I just mentioned are offered by different centers across the state, across North Carolina. And I don't even think you need to be in North Carolina to take these classes because they're on Zoom. So if you're interested, if you're like Dave and you're listening from or watching from Texas, Barb is watching from out west somewhere, and she can attend if she likes. So anybody can really go to these classes. Now let me check with SCORE because they also help budding entrepreneurs. SCORE stands for the Service Corps of Retired Executives. So they can help with, they have classes, they have workshops, online, in person, they have mentors, and there's nothing like talking to someone who already knows what it's all about in terms of running a business. So let's see if they have any classes. Let's see. Tomorrow, they'll be on Zoom with a class from 12:30 until 1:30. Amplify your why with AI. Turn purpose into pipeline. Boy, people are really getting into this artificial intelligence. Seriously. Okay. All right, let's go to the To Your Health page. Let's see what's going on. I always do like to mention these health studies that you might want to participate in. They're always interesting. And they do show their appreciation with gift cards and whatnot. So you might want to check that out. Let's see. What I'm checking for right now are the blood drives, where you can literally save a life or 2 or 3 by donating blood. Let's see. The next blood drive by the American Red Cross will be tomorrow, 8:30 until 2:30 at Hemingway Hall, 6609 Crown Parkway. All right, now let me check with the Blood Connection. They do the same thing. Oh, today they're at the Museum of Life and Science. Okay, 433 West Murray Avenue. And they started at 9:30 and they'll be, I guess, packing up at 1:30. So if you want to, hop over there right after lunch or whatever, yeah, you can definitely do that. And then tomorrow, they'll be at the Durham Co-op Market, 1111 West Chapel Hill Street, at 10:30 until 2:30. There you go. Wait a minute, today's Tuesday, so help is open today. The Health Equipment Loan Program is open today. They accept donations of things like walkers, wheelchairs, that sort of thing. They loan them out for 90 days at a time for people who need them. Read the post on the To Your Health page so you can see the whole list of everything that they carry and that they need. So if you want to donate, they would love that. And if you need to borrow, they love that too. That's what they're there for. So definitely check them out. They're open on Tuesdays from 10 until 2. And then Fridays from 1 until 5. And they're located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and that is Suite 100 on the first floor. All right. Going to the top of the page, clicking on that little Health Events button, and let's see if there's something I can tell you about. Going on right now are 2 meetings. One is the Mind-Body Approaches to Coping with Cancer. It's run by Duke. Here's another one also run by Duke, Long-Term Care Community Support Group. So they're both meeting in separate meetings starting at noon, and they end around, well, the Mind-Body Approaches to Coping with Cancer ends at 12:45, and then the Long-Term Care Community Support Group ends at 1:15. They use the same Zoom link over and over. So if you have attended these meetings in the past, you can use that same link and get in, tiptoe in late today. Now tonight, White Rock Baptist Church and the Duke Dementia Family Support Program, they're co-hosting the Dementia Caregiver Support Group meeting. So you can get lots of resources, get some encouragement, tell some stories, hear some stories. So that will start at 7 o'clock on Zoom. And I don't have the Zoom link, but you can actually get to the meeting from the White Rock Baptist Church's website. And I have step by step how to get to that meeting. So that is going to be tonight at 7. Oh, here's another one. I almost skipped this. The Parenting with Cancer meeting for parents, guardians, and grandparents of kids and teens with cancer. So you can definitely get some resources and some encouragement tonight from 7:30 until 8:30. And that, again, is run by the Duke Cancer Patient Support Group. And it's Parenting with Cancer. So, again, this is for parents, etc., of kids and teens with cancer. Okay, now tomorrow at noon, the Daughters Concerned for Aging Relatives Support Group, they will be meeting virtually. It's also run by Duke, and you don't literally have to be a daughter, but just someone, caring for someone with dementia or Alzheimer's. Get some resources, get some encouragement, get some information, share some information. Who else has great advice but other caregivers? So share your experience with others, and that's going to be tomorrow morning, or I should say tomorrow at noon, from noon until 1. Okay, now let's go to the Durham Center for Senior Life. I couldn't visit them yesterday because they were closed. All that weather we were supposed to, I shouldn't scoff, because a lot of people did get hit pretty badly by the storms and tornadoes, so I shouldn't take that lightly. I should actually be thankful that we didn't get any weather yesterday. We got a little bit of rain and some wind, at least here on Cap Street. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't get the, all the tornadoes and things that they were looking for. So I'm just thankful that we're all safe. Serious. So let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life because they're open today. 406 Rigsby Avenue. Great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. So today is Tuesday, so this afternoon, crocheting club at noon, pinochle at noon, afternoon bingo at 1, quilt making at 1, arthritis foundation exercise program at 2:15, Kings in the Corner at 2:30, DCSL band practice. Yes, they have their own band, so you can listen to them and maybe even try out. They rehearse in the theater from 2 until 3:30. Women's pool. So women, we are encouraged to play some billiards. That's going to be from 4 until 4:45. And then pinochle again starting at 5. Now tomorrow morning, Balavizex. That's the name of the class. And it's from 8:40 until 9:30 in the activity room. So this is a playful set of activities with bean bags and rubber balls. You're challenging your balance, your hand-eye coordination, and focus. So you can call and register at extension 110. The phone number is 919-688-8247. Okay, also happening tomorrow morning, muscle pump at 8:40. Now, you'll see a red FB. That means that you can also attend by watching from the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page, because 8:40 might be a little early to be up and out. So if you're still not really dressed or whatever, then you can attend by watching on Facebook. The Joy of Sketching and Drawing, that's tomorrow at 8:45. Total Body Workout at 10, also on Facebook. Ping Pong at 10. Hispanic Heritage Group, activities in Spanish from 10 until 2. And let's see. Oh, sewing class. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's next week. Okay, it's next week. All right. Now, let's go. Oh, let me check for the special events real quick. Let me do that with today being the 17th. I'm sure they have, I don't see any Irish activities. It's St. Patrick's Day, but happy St. Patrick's Day. In Chicago, they make a big fuss. I think they had their parade. I watched part of the parade. Was that yesterday? The day before? I forget. Anyway, Chicago also paints the Chicago River green for St. Patrick's Day. Chicago was used to be a very Irish town, for sure. And let's just say the Irish have been very well represented in Chicago. Yeah, it's not a totally Irish town, obviously. Okay, let's see. The Grief Support Group. They are meeting today from 1 until 2, so you can get caring support and learn how to process your grief after experiencing a loss. So, and grief is not necessarily that someone has died. Sometimes it's the kids have all left. The last one just went to college, because you're grieving over what you're missing, right? So, so you might want to, if you're really feeling down about things like that, just know that it's not just dealing with death. It could also just be loss of what you're used to. So that's going to be today from 1 until 2. Now tomorrow, they're going to have free notary services at the Durham Center for Senior Life. So if you need to get a document notarized, you can do so. You do need to call, though. Make a little appointment. Register at extension 104. This will be taking place in office 216. So right when you come in the door, it's right to the right. So if you need some important documents notarized, that's what you do. Let's see. Now, tomorrow from 1 until 3, they're going to have Durham County Veteran Services. So if you're a military veteran and you want to see if there are some programs or services or something that you could sign up for that you didn't know about, or maybe people are encouraging you to look into it because maybe there are things that you are eligible for that maybe you have no clue. Maybe you forgot. Life gets in the way, it happens. So call and make an appointment to see if there's anything that you can benefit from. Check out the benefits. Durham County Veteran Services. That will be tomorrow from 1 until 3. All right, let's go to the Let's Go page. And then we'll bring on Barb, who's patiently waiting. Let's see. And I'm really surprised because I would think that the white residents of Durham would be, since they're, the ones who aren't moving from, like the big cities up north or whatever, the original white folks, I would think they would be mostly from England, Ireland, and Scotland. Well, maybe not Scotland. Definitely England and Ireland for sure. So I'm really surprised that they're not making a big fuss over St. Patrick's Day. There might be a reason for it. Maybe the residents here in Durham, maybe they're not of Irish descent at all. I find that hard to believe because we're in the South. Hello? Anyway, I'll find out some kind of way. Now, let's see what else is happening today with it being the 17th. Oh, started 3 minutes ago. If you're in need, you need some food for your family, New Visions of Africa restaurant, 1306 Fayetteville Street. They have their grocery giveaway going on right now. They just started at 12:30. They go for like a couple of hours while supplies last. So definitely head over there. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. So take a strong bag, and even better, take a rollaway cart, because sometimes they give away so much food that people struggle, which is a good thing. So yeah, they give away great food at the grocery giveaway, and that is going on right now, 1306 Fayetteville Street. If you're driving, go ahead and park in the W.D. Hill parking lot. That's their next door neighbor. And you might not be able, in fact, I'm pretty sure you won't be able to go down that side street. You might have to go all the way down to Umstead, right next door to Stanford O. Warren Library, turn in there, and then get to the parking lot the back way. And if you're living in the neighborhood, you already know what I'm talking about. And Dave said, laugh out loud. I guess, my comments probably about Irish folks. From what I learned about Southern history, a lot of the Irish, actually, a group called the Scots-Irish were sent over first to clear the land, and then everybody else came over, from what I understand. So, anyway. Let's see, the grocery giveaway. Oh, it is affordable family fun night at Wheels Durham. Take the whole entire family roller skating for only $7.50 each. That's like half off. So you can rent skates if you don't own skates. That should be lots and lots of fun. So just bundle up the kids. I know it's kind of cold out today. This is a great way to, get some energy going. And that's going to be tonight from 6 until 8:30. That should be lots of fun. The Glass Jog Run Club. It's a little cool out there, but you know how tough runners are. But from 6 until 8, they might be running, starting at the Parkwood Ballpark, 5200 Revere Road. Usually they meet right before 6. And then you can either do the 2-mile walk or the 5K jog and run, ending at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, the one that's on Highway 55. And so you'll be running from around, or walking from around 6-ish until 8-ish. The Black and Brown Ballet class is at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. Tonight from 6:30 until 8. You have to be at least age 12, at least, and a beginning or intermediate ballet dancer. The class fee is $10, and I have a link to their Facebook page for more information. Aldersgate United Methodist Church, they're going to have their weekly community pickleball sessions today at 1320 Umstead Road. Now, this Umstead is on the north side of town. This is Umstead Road. This will be from 6:30 until 8:30. It's free. And they do suggest that when you park in the parking lot that you head towards the big building because you'll be playing in the gym. And minors are only welcome if they're with their parent or legal guardian. The Tuesday Blues Jam is tonight from 7 until 10 at the Blue Note Grill, downtown, 709 Washington Street. It's free admission. And when you get there, you can sign up and hop on stage for free. Well, why would they charge you to hop on stage? But anyway, you can hop on stage and show them what you got in terms of the blues. And of course, it is a restaurant, so they would love it if you would order something. So that's going to be tonight from 7 until 10. Now, Echo NC, they'll be hosting 1 Million Cups Durham. That's tomorrow morning, 8:30 until 10 at Re-City Network, 112 Broadway Street. So it's a free event where entrepreneurs, they meet, they mingle. Usually there's 2 speakers. They talk about their respective businesses. It's a great way to get started as a business person and also a good way just to connect with other entrepreneurs here locally. Bell Yeager Free Will Baptist Church at 128 East Cornwallis Road. They're going to have their food giveaway tomorrow. That will be from 10 until noon. And then Catholic Charities, they run the Durham Community Food Pantry in the Lakewood Shopping Center, 2020 Chapel Hill Road. And they run this from 10 until 1 tomorrow, where you can get food. You can only stop by once a month, but you can get food, and they also have diapers, all the various sizes, newborn up to toddlers, and big ones for adults. All right. Oh, and the Pauli Murray Center for History and Social Justice, they have a guided tour. That's going to be tomorrow from 11 until 12:15. And I hope, Scopy, I hope you got to talk with the folks at the Pauli Murray Center, because I was thinking it would be cool if you could give the different perspective to help people who are visually impaired. Because I bet a lot of people who are visually impaired don't go places because they don't expect to be catered to. So, and they should be, why not? Just saying. So the address of the Pauli Murray Center is 906 Carroll Street. All righty. Let's check the weather real quick. I do hope that Barb is still there. She is. Okay, let me do the weather. I already know it's cold out. Well, it's not cold, but 41, that's cold enough for the South. Yeah, it's 41, and it's going up to 45, but it's sunny, so that's a good thing. Yesterday was a little weird because we thought all these tornadoes were going to be coming through. We did get some wind, though, and I'm sure somebody had some lawn furniture or something got knocked down. Gotta love that intro. Thanks, Dave. That's actually me. I wrote a Brazilian song called Jibushu, and that's the is that the intro? Not quite the intro, but it's kind of like the beginning of my song Jibushu. Thank you. Glad you like it. Let's see. So going up to 45, sunny. Now tomorrow is going all the way up to 47. That's pretty good. It'll be a little better on Thursday, 59, and then Saturday, 66, first day of spring, also Eid, and also third Friday. And then Saturday, 71, Sunday, 81, yes. Oh, yeah, okay. Boy, that cheered me up. Boy. The weather is so crazy, but it's the beginning of spring, so that's how the weather is everywhere, I'm sure. When, well, not everywhere. California, spring probably just comes in just like I never left. So Dave is in Texas, and Dave is saying last week we had a high of 96 one day and 44 the next. That is insane. I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all, my favorite meteorologist on YouTube yesterday, because I was trying to keep up with what's going on here in North Carolina. And he was saying how in Birmingham, Alabama, it was 80 degrees one day, I mean, that day, and then it started snowing later that day. Crazy. But 96 down to 44. I remember one Halloween in Chicago. I was out in the garden in a t shirt earlier that day, Halloween. And then that night, it went all the way down to 16 degrees. The children were not happy about that. The trick or treaters, they were not happy about that. But wow, that is wild. Well, let's bring on Barb because he's patiently waiting. So click on Dynamic Scene, add Barb to scene. Whoa, that is not the right configuration. What in the world? There you go. And then transition. Boom. Barb. Woo.
Howdy.
How are
I
you?
I'm hanging in there. I am, trying to make the best of what can be every single day. So thought I'd
Okay.
just stop by and catch up with you. You've been doing this a long time, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, I just want to point out that Dave is saying waiting patiently does pay off. He's saying
Yeah.
he's giving you a fist bump, Barb. Says Miss Barb, fist bump, fist bump. There you go. You're friendly here on Bull City
Hi,
Hangout.
Dave.
Yeah, Barb.
Yeah.
Now when COVID started, okay, wait. So to go way back, so I was with WNCU Radio at a weekly show, and then I started having an interview show after I left WNCU on all the different uh, platforms, Blab and
Hmm.
what was that, Fire Talk and Huzzah and Google Plus Hangouts and StreamYard and now EV Mux. Um, but when
Even more than that. I mean, we have gone through a lot of
a
different
lot
applications. Weren't you on Google Hangouts as well?
started out with Google Hangouts, Google Plus.
Uh-huh.
And then
So,
went to Fire Talk, and then Huzzah, and then that guy Alex, he had a live streaming app. I was with him for a while. What was that called? It became a podcaster app, and then they went out of business.
I'll be darned.
Open, open talk or something.
Oh, right. Not Pal
Uh,
Talk, was it? It was,
no,
um,
I was
I
with
know
I was with Fire Talk. Get Vocal.
yeah, Get Vocal.
Get
Right.
Vocal, right. And
Yes.
and then
I,
his yeah, and then I don't know the order anymore. Fire Chalk, Huzzah,
right.
um, of
I'm
course,
trying.
StreamYard,
Yeah,
and now EV
for
Mux.
sure.
And I think EV Mux is the most reliable and the closest to real television of all of the other
For
platforms
you.
I've used. Yeah, I really like EV Mux. I like how you can preload um, the next scene, so to speak, and then do the transition. So I have two windows. Um, so folks, as I look at my app, at my window, I'm seeing the comments on one side, and in the middle, the editor's window, and then on the right, the live window. So, and I really love that because I can preload my outro, my weather
Hmm.
intro, and then click on transition, and then it goes over to the live, just
That's
like
great.
just like real TV.
Old school.
Yeah, I love it. And to
Yeah.
answer your question, yeah. So during COVID, I stopped my interview show and started doing a daily show, and I called it Bull City Notes. And I made a little pact with the audience. You know, give me 6 minutes. What was that on that radio station? Give us 22 minutes. We'll give you the world. So I was like, give me 7 minutes, and I'll tell you everything that's happening in Durham or something like that. But then during COVID, so that was before COVID. But then during COVID, I realized we weren't we were all stuck at home. We weren't seeing each other. We were getting
Exactly.
discombobulated. So I changed Bull City
Boy.
Notes to Bull City Hangout so that people
Uh-huh.
could join me on camera and be less lonely. So,
Oh,
and I
wow.
decided this is a better format than just see. Bull City Notes was like I'm telling you what's happening, and then I'm going on about my. There's no interaction. You know,
Mm-hmm.
although I was saying hello to people who were saying hello, but I mean I wasn't bringing them on camera.
Right.
So this, so
Wow.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't, it's been quite a while since I've come from behind the scenes to front and center regularly. I mean, I do that once a week, of course, in the uh, Udemy student group. And when I appear there, over the last, I would say, 18 months, I do just appear via audio.
Okay.
And uh, when I do that, I also spend most of my time behind the scenes helping students come into the studio and helping them getting started with their
Hmm.
life. So I just
Are
decided,
most of them shy, or are most of them really gung ho?
well, you know, most of them are shyer, I would say, but I mean, that audience is from definitely from all over the world. We have a lot from
Nice.
even from Nigeria. We have quite a few from there.
Nice.
And they want to learn how to communicate not just in their languages but in ours. And so
Mm,
it's being able to come live into a studio. I mean, that's why Zoom was so popular, but to come
mm,
live where there are other people,
mm,
that they can see gives them more confidence. But again, that's in a private environment. That group is
mm.
private.
Right.
So, yes, the adventures continue.
Indeed. And I stumbled across, I was shocked to see you on today. I came in right at the very end. I don't know if you were watching at the time that I described what you were talking about chat GPT and writing prompts and stuff. So I'm going to have to go back and watch that replay because I came in at the last second.
Well,
Um,
that's all right. I actually have made a goal for at least the 21 days, starting yesterday. So we're on the
okay.
the second day now to go live on my profile at uh,
Is it Barb T USA, right?
right on Facebook. It's facebook.com/barbtusa. Yeah, that's my personal profile. But I
Yeah,
finally,
I stumbled across you on YouTube. Is that the same for YouTube? Because I stumbled across you on YouTube.
yes, yeah, I've been on YouTube. I actually have two accounts. Oh no, three accounts on YouTube, but I've been
Whoa.
on there since the OG days, and I
Whoa.
had only used YouTube as a repository for my videos that I
Hmm.
uploaded. That was a dumb mistake, but I.
No.
So the bottom line is I have less than 100 subscribers to my YouTube channel at the
Hmm.
moment. And I
Hmm.
just decided that, I'm at that stage in life. I'm not going to be around for 20 more years. I
You
mean,
never know. I
720.
know someone
Actually, I
who's
could be. I'm sorry. I actually could be. You
I
got to
know
be kidding.
someone who's 114.
Yeah, I was going to say because my great grandmother lived over 100.
Okay.
And actually, on two sides, I had two that lived over 100. So
Hmm.
that is possible, but there's so much that happens in life, and I enjoy
Yes.
listening to your um, broadcast whenever I can catch it because you are addressing the seniors as well as the younger folks in your lives. And when I was listening today, and I thought so much of that, I mean, because we never know if, the most common thing for us that are over a certain age, is we have to face dementia. But I had also, and it's worth researching sometime, but I had heard that if you're communicating with people every day, if you make
Mm-hmm.
a point of connecting in real time, just like we are
Hmm.
right now, you stay quote unquote younger much longer. It's your brain keeps active,
Excellent. Excellent.
and so it's always good for people of all ages, to connect. In my humble opinion, anyway.
Well,
But
I was shocked because it was last week, there was a class or a workshop being offered, and I was, reading the description and was shocked to find out that loneliness, now I know loneliness can lead to depression. I didn't know that it could lead somehow to cancer, like extreme loneliness. I guess your whole system
extreme
is just,
extreme loneliness leads to cancer.
yeah. I don't know if it causes cancer, but it could have a real detrimental effect on you, and it can
Well, yeah,
affect
that
affect.
it's loneliness and social isolation may be associated with increased, I'll be darned, cause and cancer specific mortality in patients with cancer. I know it does. Okay, it like I had cancer and survived cancer, and during my battle, and I was, living full time at the resort property at that time,
Mhm.
and they were afraid of me being alone, for any
Hmm.
length of time.
Oh, okay.
And it was because, if you're a social person, you need to connect with people.
Hmm.
And if you were lonely, it impacted my diet, everything that happened to me if I felt like no one was there, kind of thing. So it was very
Ooh,
important to
that's not
connect.
sad. Yeah.
And
And
it only, I would say, I went through that for probably 10 days, because after you've battled cancer, you typically have physical marks from wherever on your body from
yeah,
that story happening to you. And
yeah,
I was one that was like split from my chest down to my bottom, split
yeah.
completely apart. So not only did I have strange dreams of that, I was wondering if even if I could, walk well again, all kinds
Mm.
of things like that.
Wow.
And so it was very important to stay connected to people. I think
Sure.
it is at any time, but particularly in major illnesses like that. And I actually thank you for bringing that up, because I'd forgotten all about it.
Mm.
When I was in the hospital with cancer, number one, when they told me I only had like a week, if I was lucky to live, I mean, they said, call your husband. And back in those days, we still had Skype. And
Okay.
I said, I want to see and talk to him, and I want my doctors and nurses to meet him. So we had Skype to work with. I did take my laptop to the hospital with me, and they did allow it, you know. And as it turned out, because of who I am, what I'm about, I ended up teaching the staff how to, to create a Facebook account, log in, so forth, so on, all of those things. And
I
but
hope they paid you.
more importantly, no, of course not. I had, a
They
six-figure
gave you
hospital bill. But
gave you a
thank,
discount or something.
thank heavens for insurance. I was smart enough to have good insurance, so that
Yeah,
helped a lot.
I'm
But
sure.
I remember taking my laptop. I mean, the nurses, doctors, and so forth, every single day they would come in. But when they gave me that, well, you'll be lucky if you're around in a week. I mean, it's that serious? I said, oh yeah. And so I said, what's
Ah,
the
well,
issue? What's the issue? And it's like total silence. And I said, I will bet you I can find something on the internet. Give me my computer.
give me a
I'm
computer.
in my bed in the hospital and telling my caregivers that. And they were blown away. But the bottom line to the story is I did. And the doctor had been featured on Oprah even for what he had done,
Wow.
actually. And he was right there in that hospital. How about that? So,
Well, I really can't believe that they tell you how long you supposedly have.
well, they just, it's
Oh my goodness.
think about
Mm-mm.
it. And not every doctor has super, what bedtime manner, so to speak, or bedside
Okay.
manner.
Yeah.
But I had a, it couldn't have happened if I had to go through that story. It couldn't have happened at a better place and time,
Wow.
and because it completely their IT department, they came to me for counseling on that and got whole new IT staff, got all new gear
Wow.
and everything from that hospital standpoint.
Yeah.
And I got to live because I knew how to use the technology and to never I from the
That's
time
pretty
I was
incredible.
little, it was don't say no.
Yeah.
Never say no, just say, how can I help? What can I do? Why? Always ask a question, answer a question like that because no is so absolute. And
That's real wisdom right there. Wow.
if you are just chatting as we are, you never know what the other person may have in their background that they might not be able to tap into some resource because
Mm.
of their life experiences. So that's why it became particularly important.
Indeed. Indeed. That's it. Wow. I had a friend named Howard. He was a jazz guitarist, and he had some kind of leukemia, which I understand is another word for cancer of the blood, I
Oh,
guess.
yes, that's right. Uh-huh.
But I don't know why they have a whole separate word for it. But anyway, so the doctors are asking him, "How are you still here?" And he said, "I'm not going anywhere until I finish." He was working on a book. He was a renowned jazz guitarist, and he was writing a book on, an instructional book. So he said, "I'm not going anywhere until I finish my book," and he didn't.
Yep,
They
I've
were
heard a lot
amazed.
of.
They're like,
Mm-hmm.
"How are you still here?" He's pretty amazing. So I don't think anybody can tell you when you're going to leave. It's kind of,
It's
it's not up to you. But I was talking to my sister. I did notice a lot of people have noticed this, not just me, of course. A lot of people die on holidays or their birthdays, and I think they're just trying to hang on so they could celebrate the holiday with their family or whatever. And I think that's one reason why, it's like they're hanging on, like pushing themselves to make their birthday or Christmas or whatever. So, but anyway, ooh, the sound just cut out. Are you still there?
I had my sound turned off, but I was
Oh,
actually testing it
that
because
was
I was
weird.
getting feedback too.
Okay, because when you're on mic, I can hear a background sound, and I guess when you
Yeah,
turn the sound off, it
that's
sounded
why.
like it
Yeah,
sounded like I was off the air.
I was troubleshooting to see which mic feed was actually coming into this particular application, and
Oh,
I discovered up by in the right hand corner, I have three little dots to click on to bring the settings up, and so I was looking
oh,
at that, and it actually has an option to change the avatar in there too. But in my audio, let me
hmm.
see if I touch this mic. Nope, the one that it's coming through is crystal clear.
Okay.
So my
Are
audio
you
is.
are you able as the guest to click on the gear under the window where our faces are? Are you able to see that gear?
No, there's no gear. I have three little dots in my.
Oh, so I guess it's just for me as the host. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that's the way it. Oh, I see. This one. Okay, I have settings on my application. Yeah, it does the same thing. I did see the gear that is in the middle of the screen.
Yeah,
It
because you
does.
can you can change your mic, and I love how the mic moves whenever you say something. You can tell that your mic is on because it
I wonder.
responds to your voice, which is really cool. So you can change your camera. In fact, um, EV Mux, the program that I use
Huh.
for live streaming, actually has has some new developments where you can add a camera, and you could also pop out the comments into a whole separate pop up. And then you can, I haven't figured it out, but they said you could have like a TV news type feed running across, like I have the banner running across the bottom of the screen.
Uh-huh.
I can have live headlines. Of course, I don't want, while I'm doing the show,
Yeah,
I don't want people reading about bombings and death and all that stuff
yeah.
while I'm trying to,
Eh,
you know, tell you what's happening in Durham.
Exactly.
I'd be
Can you hear me now?
perfectly, but I'm not
Okay.
hearing the background noise. I'm just hearing your voice
Okay, let
clear.
me tell you what happened because I went into the settings in EVMux
Okay.
and because I thought this is really strange. So I went in and EVMux has an AI noise reduction, which is new. It says AI powered
Oh,
noise cancellation and audio enhancement that turns basic microphones into professional sounding audio, even in noisy environments with crowds and traffic.
very
Then,
good.
because I had the echo cancellation on when I came
Mhm.
in, and so I switched to the AI noise reduction, and it says to turn the echo cancellation off. It's not recommended while using it. Uh,
Oh,
Headphones and also then I clicked on the auto gain control. So,
oh, I
so
see that. You know what? I'm going to click on that too. AI, and then you can tell me if there's a difference. So AI is reduction, and then click off of and add auto gain control. Do I
oh my
sound
God,
any
Oh my
different?
God,
Do I sound different?
it, yes.
Yes. In a good way or in a bad way? I hope I sound
I'm,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
let me see
Let me
something
see
here.
something here. Okay.
I
Oh,
think
I
I'm
think I'm
getting
getting
an
an
echo
echo
on
really on
mine. So
mine. So
let me go
let me go
back.
back. Because I can
But
go back to the way I had mine.
but
But
yours is
yours is
definitely
definitely
better.
better. Oh, it is? Oh.
But
But
after you
after you
changed,
changed,
that's when I
that's
got
when I
the
got the
echo
echo
back.
back. Oh.
So
Oh, shoot.
that's not.
That's not,
I
I
don't know that
don't know
it's
that
your
it's your
fault.
fault.
Allow the moderator.
Well,
No,
we can see by my going back to where I was. Let's see. So I'm going to go back to where I was.
7.
Okay, now how do I sound? Better? This is the
No.
original set.
Yeah, I know, but you don't sound as good as you did now. And let me
Whoa, let
check.
me put it back. I want to sound good.
Can't do that.
Buddy. Well, thanks for
Yeah.
noticing that, Barb.
Yeah.
Oh my dear. AI noise reduction. It turns microphones, basic microphones, into professional sounding audio, even in noisy environments with crowds, traffic, or street noise. Wow.
I can definitely hear
Okay.
you
I can
better.
definitely hear you better. Amazing. So, oh, they have a beautification thing under camera resolution. Let me click on beautification, see if I become beautiful. What in the world? Am I beautiful? Oh, wait, it just makes the colors more intense.
Right.
So, right. Am I beautiful? Now I just think that because I look slightly redder. It looks like the colors are more intense. Oh, this is hilarious playing around with this. Thank you for putting up with this,
I may
Barb.
have
I
figured
may
out
have
what.
figured out what.
No,
No,
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't.
Because I
I
had the
had the
listen
listen
off
off
stage
stage
feeds
feeds
off.
off.
It didn't
Oh,
make any
that's very
difference.
important to turn that. Oh, yeah, it's very important to turn off the listen off stage.
Yeah.
Because now
It-
for me, when I come on EVMux, it's usually open, and I think it's open so that I can hear people come in,
mhm.
and then I turn it off so it's not distracting. And I'm actually not sure if the audience can hear what's going on backstage. I have no idea. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
me
either.
either.
But yeah. So Barb, so when you're on every day, are you going to be teaching us about Chat GPT every day? Or something different every day?
I
I
have
have
no
no
clue.
clue.
That's the magic of live streaming. Just turn on the mic, get the camera going, boom. There you go.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's why I like, sometimes I like to watch, like when I'm on YouTube, I'll click on the live tab because I just want to see something live.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought that was very exciting. And in fact, when live streaming first started, I was amazed because it was, from what I remember hearing about, that's how 1950s television was like. That 1950s
Wow.
television was live in front of an audience, and it was happening right there and then, right then and there. And I think it's very exciting, The only bad thing is when something, you know, unscheduled happens that's not positive, that can be that could be a bad thing. But other than that, yeah, it's I love live because it's live. To me, that's very exciting. That's why I've always loved radio, because radio is almost always live. And I just love that. I love to hear people speak without a script. I don't know
I
why.
agree.
I don't know why that's so exciting to me. We all have our quirks, but I always thought it was so exciting to listen to people speak unscripted for whatever reason. I just love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
agree with
agree
you.
with you.
It's
But,
exciting. So,
well,
so
I
if
think
I,
I'm going to have to
have to
tell.
tell.
This is
This
too
is too
funny. I'm
funny. I'm hearing myself
in
in
the
the
feedback. So
feedback.
I've
So
got
I've got
something. It
something.
could
It
be
could be
me,
me.
you have your
but I'm
window
gonna,
open, you should not.
the
You
first thing
probably.
is to reboot and that
I-
kind of thing.
I'll
But
bet you have your
Nick, I'll
YouTube.
take off for
for
today. It
today.
was
It
so
was
good
so good
connecting with
connecting
you.
with you.
Okay, so
And
when are you on tomorrow?
You've been doing this
every
day
day for a long time,
haven't you?
haven't you?
Yeah, for quite a while.
I'm like,
I'm like,
I
I
can't.
can't.
I
Yeah.
can't
I can't
remember when I
haven't
seen a
seen a
notification.
notification.
There are
There are
some
some
times
times
that you
that
put a
you put a
recorded
recorded
session
session
on.
on.
But I
But
think
I
you've
think
been
you've been
live ever
live ever
since
since
we were
we were
back
back
in the
in the
Blab
Blab
days, weren't
days.
you?
Come to think of it, Barb, I started doing Bull City Notes on Periscope. Come to think of it, it was on Periscope. That's where I started Bull City Notes. It was on Periscope.
Yeah.
I miss
That's
Periscope so much.
Yeah.
That was
Yes,
the
it is.
best. I loved Periscope so much because you could go to a country on their map and see that there are live streamers and then tune in. You could just see, oh, let's see what's
Right.
happening in Ghana, in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
Czech Republic, whatever. And it's like, oh boy, and oh, you can't do that with any app now. That was magical. I don't know. Well, I do know. I mean, Twitter got.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is before they were purchased, though. For some reason, Twitter bought Periscope and then messed it up.
True dat.
I don't get it. I don't understand why that happens. People buy something that's really cool, and then they destroy it.
Absolutely.
So, what time can we tune in to you tomorrow, Barb?
I'm going
at
live
at
geez, I
geez, I
think
think
it's
it's either
8 or
8 or
9.
9.
I've been
I've
working
been
on
working
so
on
much
so much
stuff
stuff
this
this
morning. I
morning. I
forgot.
forgot.
So,
It's on my stream.
so you're mountain
Um,
time?
Yes, I'm
So
in Albuquerque.
So that's 2 hours behind me, I think. Because 3 hours is like Los Angeles. Right.
Exactly.
So, okay, so you're two. Okay, so I will tune in tomorrow. So that'll be around 10-ish,
I think
I
it's
think
at
it's at
9.
9-ish. Okay.
I'm looking.
Now there's a chance that I won't be able to watch it because I think a friend of mine wants to go to the senior center in Hillsboro.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go before my show, I'll have to miss your show. You might go after my show.
No problem.
But you'll be on every day, you said, right?
That's my
That's
goal.
my goal.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So I'll be tuning in. So folks, that is Barb TUSA. And
Exactly.
she's probably going to be the person who goes back the farthest when it comes to technology that we know personally.
Old
seriously.
School for sure.
For sure. Well, thanks for dropping by, Barb.
You're quite
Quite
welcome.
welcome.
I always love you to come on the show, and I will see you tomorrow.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye. So fun. Okay. So that is it for today's show. Let me check the weather one more time. Let me also line up my outro. Oh, and David said, have a great afternoon, buddies. Fist bump. Thank you as always, Miss Pitty Pat. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Let me just check the weather one more time and then I'm out. Let's see. It is. Woo! It's gotten all the way up to 42 from 41. Okay, 42 now. And it's going up to 45. Like I said, tomorrow it'll be better, going up to 47. And by Sunday, it'll be in the 80s. So looking forward to that. So anyway, have a beautiful afternoon. And if you're going to the DCIA banquet, which is tonight, I'll see you there. And with that, ciao for now. Oh, I didn't line. Well, let me get the outro. Let me do that again. Ciao for now. Now here's the outro.